into the room here. Wait, no, not yet. I gotta plug in my guitar. Did you notice that the snow is leaving us? Makes my heart so happy. I think spring is here. I think we made it. Bless God, love you. Woo! Whoa! Oh! 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 Bring your tide and bring your shame. Bring your guilt and bring your pain. Don't you know that's not your name? You'll always be much more to me. Every day I wrestle with the voices that keep telling me I'm not right. That's alright. I hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. I just say I'll never be enough. And greater is the one living inside of me. Your fears, bring your hearts and bring your tears. There'll be no condemnation here. You're holy, righteous, and redeemed. Every time I fall, there'll be those that would call me a mistake. Yeah, but that's okay, 'cause I hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. I'll say I'll never be enough. Inside of me, he who is living in the world, in the world, in the world. And greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. He's greater, he's greater. Grace says it doesn't matter, 'cause the cross already won the war. I'm learning to run freely, understanding just how he sees me, and it makes me love him more and more. He's greater. Every day I lose the battle. Grace says it doesn't matter, 'cause the cross already won the war. I'm learning to run freely, understand just how he sees me, and it makes me love him more and more. Say I'll never be enough. Greater is the one living inside of me. He who is living in the world, in the world, in the world. Greater is the one living inside of me, and he who is living. One more time, so that bridge. Well, there'll be days I lose the battle. Grace says it doesn't matter, 'cause the cross already won the war. I'm learning to run freely, understanding just how he sees me, and it makes me love him more and more. Than he who is living in the world. Woo! Slap your neighbors, have a seat. No, slap them nice, like on the shoulder or something like that. I said that in a group one time, and the kid wasn't paying attention, and I said, slap him, and he pulled back, and
Right. You may be seated. Welcome to Rock Church. Happy you're here today. If you came in and did not get one of those pouches or those and a communion cup, you want to raise your hand and Byron will get one to you. And just right up front for communion, we would just believe that that's between you and the Lord. You don't have to be like an official, have signed a paper membership with our church or anything like that. We just ask that, you have made a commitment. It's about your relationship with the Lord, and it's in remembrance of Him. So that's kind of how our church, how we view that. So, and we're going to do that kind of at the end of the service, but we just want to make sure that you have it now so that you don't sit there and be like, oh, no. So hey, we got a little higher quality cups this time because we've gotten some feedback. People really struggle with open the other ones. So, he felt guilty. Yeah, that's right. But so we're going to do that at the end of the service. Real quick, a couple of things. What are you doing? Okay, he got issues with his cords. There's always so I'm gonna so first off, on Wednesday we're switching location of our Bible study. It's gonna be at our home, and it is so it's not the address that you see on the screen there. We live in West Fargo, so it is. We'll give you the address. Yeah. Yeah. So talk to us and we'll give you our address. We're kind of tucked in the neighborhood in West Fargo, but it will be at our home, and you are so it will not be a meal beforehand. So that's also, it starts at 7:00. So we would love to have you there, and we are doing. Scott will actually probably do a little clip of the Bible study we're going through now. We just started it on Wednesday, but you can come anytime, and it's really about about how to love other
They can't
people.
come anytime to our house, though.
No,
Come to Bible study or come anytime.
Oh, yeah. Like through this series.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully people got that. I don't know. No, you're welcome. We may not be home.
Because Guy will show up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Man, I just got off work. Can I hang? And I'm like, no, I don't like you right now. Okay. So.
Yeah, you take your sleep very seriously.
I do.
Yeah. So that's all right. So a couple of other things. Oh yeah. So when you came in, so in that in the pamphlets, if you're here for the very first time, we'd love to connect with you. And we have movie tickets for you after the service at the Welcome Center. And we also, on there's a card asking, like, if you need prayer, you can put that on the card and then put it in the offering bucket at the end of the service. And also there will be some people up here after the service. If you want prayer in person, we have that available to you as well at the end of the service.
Indeed. I'm just flipping stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
They can read. Now you don't talk about it. They know.
Okay. So, but
this one is. I'll talk
okay,
about.
and then next Sunday too. Which one do you want to do first? Let's do the following Sunday. Like week from today is going to be our Friendship Sunday. Bring people, and we're going to go after the service. We're going to go to the
Super Buffet.
So that it will be the first Sunday in February.
Yep.
All right. So you should probably talk about
Yeah,
this
I'll talk
because
about it.
Men's Ministries, I'm not a good advertiser for that.
Okay. We will be leaving. Those are the dates. Thursday is an ice fishing derby, and we're not. If you want to go to that, you totally can. But most of us are going to be meeting at Heartland Community Church. We can park there, and that's where they borrowed our van a little while ago, and they still have it. So anyway, so that'll be we'll be meeting there at 11 o'clock, and we'll be getting back
On Friday.
on Friday.
23rd.
Yep, on the 24th, right?
No, 23rd is Friday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Saturday. And that is the price. You sign up yourself. I've already paid for the room. If you want your own room, our room is going to be like 6 beds in a room with a private shower. They do have your own rooms, and they're relatively inexpensive, like $40 a person or something like that. But I'll be in the big room, and it's kind of cool to hang out with everybody like that in that way. We are the half event. In other words, we're not going there for the fishing derby, so you would want to do the $20 meals and the $50 for coming. Now, like I mentioned before, if you want to go and money would keep you from going, let me know. I just want you there any way I can get you there, because it's just nothing like going away on a retreat with a group of people as far as getting to know them and stuff. So really encourage you to be a part of that, because it's important to the life of the church. The speakers are going to be fantastic. We got a sports guy. We got a preacher guy. Jacob Bach is famous in our district. If you've spent much time in the district here in North Dakota, you know Jacob Bach. If you don't, you want to know him, because he gets it. He's somebody who's got a passion and a love for the lost. So 11 o'clock on Friday, coming back 4-ish on Saturday. So, yeah. I think that's it for you, girl. Indeed. Yes. Bless God. Well, I'm excited about today because we get to, I've preached about this every year for a long time. Wait, no, we got to do our other thing first. Never mind. Sorry, I did something wrong. I got to do one more. I got to do something here. Sorry about this. I didn't mean it. This slide should be here because this is the slide that I want up right now. This has been our thing for a long time. From the very beginning, we've been about reaching out to the people who didn't know Jesus. And the reason is because I just don't think there's any other reason to be a Christian than to tell other people about Jesus. I get frustrated with people, and that's why I love our church. I'm going to talk about that some today. I love our church, but when I get around some Christians, not you, because I don't think you would be here if this was you, to be honest with you, but some Christians, they're concerned about all of these causes and all of these things and all of this stuff, when Jesus is really concerned about one thing, and that's us being light to this world, that people can see him in us and for us, and because we get to know him and love him forever. And the biggest thing he asked us to do is to be the light of the world. And so we'll do anything short of sin to tell one more person about Jesus. That's our core value that we're talking about today. And this little prayer is something that we started doing when we first started the church. We got away from it for a little while, and I'm just we're kind of back saying this again because it's at my core. It's the reason why I live really, but the reason why church is the way it was. We're not a membership club with benefits. We are a team who are trying to make heaven big and hell little. That's the meaning of your life that Jesus handed you when you called yourself Christian. So if you would pray with me and say, Jesus, help me to be what you want me to be, do what you want me to do, because people without you go to hell. Amen.
And I come from a very rural part of the country, which we'll get to here in a second, and the closest airport's about 3 hours away. So I didn't want to leave my truck at the airport for like 4 weeks when I was going to be gone. So what I did, I went to a local Army base, and they flew me out to the larger airport. It was one of those really small Cessnas, like those 8-seat planes. And I'd never flown on one of those before, and I'm looking out the window with this plane, and we're in a line. I hear the woman in front of me say 140. I don't know what that means. But now it's my turn. I walk up there, and she said, are you flying to St. Louis? Yes, I am. She said, well, how much do you weigh? Why do you need to know how much I weigh? She said, because we base boarding the plane according to the passenger's weight, so that way the wings stay balanced. She said, but the first thing I need to do is to get your bags. No, the first thing you need to do is to get her back over here, because there's no way she weighs 140. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody here, but I'm not going to wind up a story on the news because this woman doesn't want to admit she slides through Burger King every once in a while. That's not my problem. So now I have to stand over to the side and like calculate all the lies that everybody else is telling. 140, no, you're not 140. The guy walked up there, he's like, I probably weighed 175. Yeah, in high school you weighed 175. So finally, it's my turn. It's like, Mr. Thornsberry, how much do you weigh? Apparently 844 pounds.
Is the comedian who will be there at Men's Retreat, so I just trying to put that in there a little bit. And so we've been going through our core values. Today we'll do